Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It's a brand new week. Ready or not, here it comes. Scramboozle. Oh yeah? Getting some writing done? Alright, that's where we left off. So we finished, we're continuing our John Carpenter quest. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando quest. And we sculpted one side of the gun last week and also started the top of the Humvee. Where's the side? Oh, there's the side piece. Okay. There's the side of it. So we'll continue that. We'll do the other side of the gun, finish the top, and then basically at that point we'll have all the props we need to bring the whole thing together into one composition. The jeans and garments will be awesome. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Seb. No time to waste. Let's get to it. Some clay somewhere. Grab a fresh pack of clay. Clay stocks are wearing low. I'll have to message Arnold. Fresh pack. Fine cheese. All right, let's remove this from the wood. The wood. And then we can sculpt the other side. Also, I might want to decide if I want to put some sort of an armature in it at this point. Which it might be a smart move to do. You can see the butt of this gun being a little bit more wobbly without some form of armature. Ooh. Very good. Let's see. Pew pew. Let's trim off the flashing. Mr. Kovic, good morning. Just trim all the little bits that shouldn't be there. Nice and clean. The AK was just a placeholder. I hadn't even launched the game at that point of the project. I think it might even be in the game. I'm not sure, but the character that we ended up sculpting, this weapon was the one that was kind of the default one that she kind of always has. So I just thought I would keep it kind of in line with what I was seeing in the game. So like a SMG. I would also argue that the SMG fits the pose better. Hey, Bula. Good morning. Also, on top of that, the design of this gun was a little bit, I would say, less time consuming than other guns, which is a factor, you know. That is kind of the reality of it when you budget a piece to take a certain amount of time. When you get to design choices like which gun to choose, that's an opportunity to kind of correct the timeline if you need to. Because there's other guns that are definitely a lot more complex. That would take probably twice as long to make. These are all things that go into consideration with design choices. Last little bit here. Good. So I am tempted to put in some sort of an armature. I'm just not sure what kind. Maybe some of that spring metal. Maybe take a small Dremel tool and Dremel a little channel that goes just across this top bar here. And just kind of super glue down a little piece of metal. A little wire. Let's see. Ooh. This stuff right here it's the spring steel. It's the stuff that really springs back into position. But we can bend it to our will. Just cut off a piece here. Okay, here's the question though. Do we even need to do Dremel. Maybe we can just glue it on the back and stick a layer of clay over it. I don't even need to. There's just enough room to fit the wire. Get back to work, Bula. I appreciate you telling me that. Always nice to hear. I am here to support you, fellow human. Okay, we need to bend it a little bit more here. It's one of the downsides to the spring steel, though, is you can't bend it too much. It'll snap. It's getting pretty good. A little bit more bend here. I'm going to cut this down to here because I might want room to drill into there to add the actual barrel of the gun. I don't want to run into this wire. I'm going to cut this. Yeah, that is good. Okay, so we're just going to super glue that into position. I think this one's kaput. First, we're going to steal the super glue from my wife's desk. Yes. Then we're going to glue it into position. I'll be right back. All right. Super glue acquired. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna pretty much tack this in place with super glue and activator. It's like tack welding. Do one more here on the very end. Ah. Very good, very good. Okay. So now we roll out a sheet of clay that's the same thickness we did this side with. We'll just put it on there. We're gonna have this kind of bumping up, so we'll have to kind of flatten things out, kind of counteract it. That's the only downside to not kind of like dremeling it into it. I need my reference. Let's see, what was it of that vector? Seems like it's pretty much the same, it just doesn't have the switches or the slide. Chris Vector. Huh. Ah, yes. Ah, spring is in the air. That one's got an extended mag and an extra handle. Seems to be common that people add kind of like barrel extensions. All right, let's do this. I would say my area has less of an issue with that because it's a little bit more natural with the way, like, it's old. It's all old growth trees and stuff. Not a lot of new housing developments here. We have neighborhoods where every single house is like unique and different, and they're built back in the 50s, maybe even older. No joke, not a single house on my block looks even close to the same. Okay, is that, that's too thick. I think I did a 4 or a 5 here. The Real State Farm, hello. Welcome. Come on in. That looks about right. Yeah, maybe it is a little bit thicker. Oh, that's right. That's gotta be it, yep. Let's grab the clay glue here. There's one oak tree on your street. We have a lot of black walnut trees, actually. Me and Emma will go around and collect them in the fall. Yeah, seriously, Scorch. I was looking into back in former times, coming from Asian countries used to do essentially having the perfect ecosystem, like ponds, like backyard ponds, was very common, and they looked at the balancing of their backyard pond systems with having various types of fish that balance each other out, and how much pounds of food set up like that could produce was like absolutely insane, with zero input. And that used to be the common thing, and that's why a lot of basically it's the source of why there's a lot of fish in Asian cuisines and stuff. The Western world went with more of like land animals, but like these backyard fish farms were more common over there. We're talking like thousands of pounds of meat per year, potentially. Land animals require land and a lot of food and stuff, a lot of like maintenance and food, and these aquatic setups required, like I said, no input. It's a balanced ecosystem that fed itself, essentially. We are making a gun here we're doing a project for the launch of John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. We were commissioned by Focus Entertainment to bring this project to life. Okay, we're gonna have to do something a little different here. Of culture. Oh, yes. Quite a common track here. Yes, daughter.
Do you know what Rapunzel's head is?
No.
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 Well, if you see it, let me know.
Sure.
But you have to be loud because I don't have your stream on.
Yeah, I'll come tell you if I see it. I wouldn't be in here though.
Oh, because I was thinking I could have like gave it to you or asked you to take care of it.
I don't think so.
Well, bye.
Bye. Hey, can you shut the door? Opens door, leaves, door still open. Classic. Just a second, let me shut the door. Okay. I think we'll mount this on a piece of wood. Actually, I think what we do is we should paint some C1 separator on here so it doesn't permanently stick. Well, actually, no, let's just see. We might not need to. Probably just pry it off right before we bake it. Mr. Merrick, good morning. Burninating the logo. You like that? That was a test, actually. This was a test piece. Burninating the logo. All right. Just trying to match up all our lines here. So that's the only downside to having it stuck on there is I can't use the other side as a reference too well. Yeah, this side doesn't have to be like super glamorous. It's basically completely concealed. I'll probably make it removable somehow. Probably. Like probably sculpt the hands onto it and then make it kind of disconnect from the wrist joint or something. Something like that. A handgun. Yeah. Well, I had added the AK just as a placeholder, just because I hadn't played the game yet. It could have been any random gun, really. More for us to just figure out the pose. And then now that I've played the game, I saw that the base, the weapon that the character we're making kind of has as like a default weapon is this one. So I figured it'd be better. Also, though, the pose is more. It works better with something small like an SMG, not a full blown assault rifle. And it's also less complex, so it's easier to get a good result. in a timely manner. I'm not sure if the game even has AK-47. It's more of like modern weaponry. Six years. I started pursuing sculpture in my adult life about, I think it's actually been 16 years now, 15 or 16 years ago. And on and off through my my youth. I would say the pursuit of a skill or craft is different when you're doing it out of your own. When you start pursuing a craft or skill in your adult years of life, it's very different than when you're just doing something when you're younger, when you're in your schooling years. There's a big difference between doing something that's like a school assignment and something that is something you're just deciding to do in your own free time. Yeah, I mean, I think the intent was always to get better. It's more of having the desire to do something that you're willing to spend your own free time, to do it, to pursue it. 'Cause that's really what it is. You sacrifice, especially if you're working, you're going to be sacrificing your free time to pursue that, whatever it is. Yeah, right, exactly. Like, there's no like outside force pushing you to do it whatsoever. It's totally your own kind of free will pursuit. It does seem like that, yeah. I mean, I guess I could say I did a lot of sculpting in my free time, even in my younger years. There's something to it. Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, I think everyone's journey is just a little bit different with that. I happened to encounter my thing very early, and I just kind of knew it was my thing. Really, it's just no question in my mind that I'm very interested in art, and specifically very interested in sculptural art. So. And it's not something that, I think there's sometimes you'll get very interested in something when you're younger. And it becomes your thing that you're just known for being interested in. But then, like, as you grow older and you start to change, that I've seen that fizzle out in people, where it's not really something they're truly interested in long term. Loses its charm, but for me, sculpture it's never really happened. I really only had one phase in my art life where I was truly burned out, but that had nothing to do with the art itself and everything to do with the stress around it, That's interesting, Scorch. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Really doesn't work that way. To pressure or push. I mean, I've learned from being a parent, pressuring or pushing in any way always leads to nothing good. It's crazy how you can get those ideas that's something that you need to do, though. Like I remember with Emma, with her switching out of diapers to using the bathroom. We definitely learned that as soon as we stopped trying to convince her to do it, basically, just let her kind of figure it out for herself, make sure the tools were there for her to do it, and it just happened all on its own. One day, she went from one day from diapers to not needing them at all, totally. But before we had decided to take that approach, and we were doing it more of, I guess, the normal way, trying to kind of coax her into it, just was not working. Total pushback. That's a repeat thing for sure. A lesson on repeat. That just doesn't work. Clayton. Yeah. Oh yeah. I would say that there's definitely the want. It's the want to to discover it herself, to kind of find her own way. To not be taught or shown things, but to kind of observe and learn herself. If that makes sense. It's funny because sculpting wise, she learns more from me just by watching the stream than actually me showing her things because of that. All right, Barbara. Yes, have a good start to your week. Monday sets the tone for the whole week. That weekend flew by insanely quick. I don't know about you guys. It was pretty fast. How's the garden coming there, Mr. Sereb? Has it awoken from its wintry slumber yet?
Noble ally, please accept these treasures as a gift for your unwavering service to the king.
All right. 4 years. Holy cannoli. Really? Already? 4 years? Looney Lorna. Well, we appreciate having you here. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support and having you here. Despite what my ignoring of you might say, just know everyone is equally ignored. Equally cared about and equally ignored. Ground basilisk fang or bat blood? Choose. Choose wisely. Bad blood. So we got like Hard Rocker Smeagol coming down the pipeline, or what's going on there, Looney Lorna? Hey, what's up, White Tech? Good morning. Storms do not last forever, but the strength to endure them does. I love that one. Storms do not last forever, but the strength to endure them does. And you must go through storms to build the endurance to go through bigger storms. The storm is not meant to break you, but to strengthen you. Okay. Oh, that one you linked? Yeah. I didn't check. I did not check it out. I'll have to look. These are actually meant for what are they called? Why they're like meant? It's a electrical tool. For the electrics. For the electricals. Yeah, what Clayton said. Electrometronics. Yeah. I think it's just something for like for wires basically. Is it when you twist wires together to kind of like clamp them in or something? I'm not really sure what they're officially used for. Wooden discs, yeah. Get your wooden discs. The finest of wooden discs. Coarsely cut edge for great grip. Splinters guarantee. That's the grip. That's the grip. It's a feature. Now we had bought we had got this made a wooden brand with my logo on it just to test, and this was the test piece that I tried it out on. I like how it looks. It's just we like the look of a darker wood, not the brighter wood, and burnt wood only looks good on the brighter wood. So I'm sure there'll come a scenario where it will have its use, but always exploring new ideas, finding ways to improve things. No, the bottoms of the troll heads. That was the intent. That's right. I mean, the current trollheads do have the maker's mark, just in a different way. I don't know if we need to do too much more, to be honest. Let's pop it off the kind of clay holds here. Okay, so then we bake it, and then we can do the kind of like the top and bottom accessories. Barrel and all that fun stuff. Extended mag if we wanted to do that. Okay, I'll get that in the oven, and while that's cooking, we're gonna work on the top of the Humvee top. We got the side here. Gonna finish up the top here. So we have the two components of our base. I'll be right back. All right. Got that cooking. Let me pull up my reference for this stuff. Okay. There's like bolt. Oh, wait. Okay, I see where we left off. You mean like textured? Like a smooth wire or a textured wire? Or probably like the guitar string ones. This is just this is a actual thin piece of wire that's smooth. But there are ones that are textured, like this one, for example. This one's actually a jeweler's saw blade, which does a raking effect instead of like a smooth cut. It's hard to find these ones. It really is. You either have to make them or you have to buy, or you have to dig around to find like a nice small loop tool is a rare find. High in value. a lot of the loops you'll buy online are either just really big, not really useful, or or they're textured. How many biddies for that tool? This one you could buy from Ken's Tools. So the place that it comes from. I'd say Ken's tools are pretty pricey. I'm not sure I would buy them myself. I just so happened to win these in a sculpting competition, so I didn't need to buy them. Why buy tools when you could win sculpting competitions for them? But I'm more inclined to make my own, I think. Once tools get to a certain price, it's like, I think I'll just fabricate my own. Because, I mean, think about what a wire tool, a loop tool is literally just a piece of wire bent and put into a handle. So it's about as simple as a tool could be. That's what I originally bought this spring steel for, because this type of wire is what you want to build something like a loop tool out of, something that holds its shape, that doesn't bend and then stay, it goes back to its original form. So but you can see like the wire that's used in this loop is a little bit smaller. So you just have to get a smaller gauge of this spring steel or a memory wire. As you progress as a sculptor, I'm noticing you will know what qualities you find useful in tools, and it becomes kind of clearer to know what to design when you're making your own. But it's not as clear earlier on, where you're like, I want to make my own tools, but I'm not sure what will actually make a good tool. So that seems to get more clear. Spring steel. How can I make a tool out of it if it holds its shape? You can bend it. It's just harder to bend, Like I can bend. Let me show you. This is how I would do it. Except I would get a smaller gauge spring steel. To make that same loop tool, I would take a piece like this. Take it. Let's make a corner. Like so. Pushing up against the edge here to kind of create that crease. And boom, I've created a flat loop tool right there. Just have to clean this all up here. There we go, out. Okay. So I was right. Yeah, and then you take this and you would just have like some sort of a handle. Let's see. You start to collect handleless or toolless handles as the handles or the tools fail over time. So it's and it's gone. I went to make it again. All right. It just so happened to land on a piece of white paper, so I was able to see it. Otherwise, it would have been gone. Now this time, I'm going to hold it very tightly. I'm just going to push it in there. Give it a little twist. I guess that's because it's not very deep. Let's cut it a little bit more here. Yeah, I mean you can use brass tubing too, yeah, for sure. Gold. I only use golden tubing, Defiant. Gold. I use gold tubing personally. And look at that. Huzzah! A loop tool has been made. Then just put a drop of glue in there. Or something. Let us test our new creation. Ah, yes. Very good. Success. Now I just do that smaller with a smaller gauge wire. And there you go. You see this one I bought is like, it's like double crimped. See that? Oh wait. Ah, there it is. It's like crimped here and here. Look at this. Look at this tool. You know what this is? This is a handle for holding objects that I make that have the male end. This is made out of cosplay. Nice comfy handle. Oh look, here's a Sadie influenced one. Look at that. Very nice. Ah, yeah, see, it's right here. This one actually has come in handy. So what it is it's an altered item. So this is a pill filler. They have special tools for like filling the capsules. So it has these two ends, and I filed this one and made it really nice and kind of come to a real nice point. And then the handle was very thin, so I widened it. I think I widened it with steel stick and then added a nice leather grip. The corn dog. Yeah, the corn dog tool. Yeah. What else do we have in here? Ah, yes. Everyone must have a medieval shovel in your tool arsenal, just in case you need to do some digging. See? Oh, this one. I made this one. This was actually to make a texture for like a coarse jacket texture that was made up of all these like V's. I did it like this. Here, let me show you. It actually worked out really well. You go like this, and then you go other way around. To create the pattern. I'm sure there's a couple other homemade ones in there. Oh yeah, it's a random dowel rod, yeah. Gotta have that. There's another one missing an end I can make a tool out of. Only lightly chewed on. Oh, this one. Don't have my wire brush. Usually I clean this one with the wire brush. Oh yeah. I'll just use this wire brush. This was a bunch of little pieces of wire, not the regular wire, not the flexible kind, that I smashed them individually flat on an anvil, like paper thin, probably even thinner than paper thin. And then kind of tethered them all together and filed them down. This makes really good really fine fur texture. Very quickly too. it is better because see how the edge of this is rounded? It causes it to glide on the surface instead of ripping and tearing the clay. Which, when you rip the clay, that's what creates those little bits, those little clay boogers that make the texture kind of real noisy. So by having kind of a more of a rounded profile, it slides on the surface instead of ripping, which leaves you with much cleaner texture. Rip and tear. Okay. Anyways, back to this. It's not an anvil. It's a piece of railroad track. If you don't have an anvil, a trick you can do is use the side of another hammer or heavy metal tool as an anvil. So if you have a sledgehammer, you just lay the sledgehammer down flat. And, yeah. Or, you know, acquire a piece of railroad track if you can. Yeah, a side of a sledgehammer works just fine. Legally acquired railroad track. My dad knew somebody that worked for the railroad and asked if I could have a piece. Can I have a piece of that? Can I have a piece of that right there? I like it. Assuming only the faces are hardened because isn't shattering a concern? No. No, you're not. If you shatter a sledgehammer, then you need to enter strongman competitions. You're not going to shatter a sledgehammer. And I think isn't it hardened metal that shatters and non-hardened metal bends and does not shatter? It distorts easier. Right. I bet you could forge a whole sword on the side of a sledgehammer. You're not gonna hurt it. I remember hearing about it being dangerous to hit hammers together. Yeah, maybe front to front. I could see that, because then you're hitting the hardened part of the metal to the hardened part. I'm pretty sure it's hardened metal that shatters. That's why screws will break and nails will bend, because screws are hardened metal, and so they have no bend. It makes them brittle. Makes it strong but brittle. Whereas a nail is easy to bend, and it's considered a softer metal. So if you're building something that is going to move or needs to move a little bit, you use nails instead of screws. Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it so much, guys. The last worry in your mind should be that you're going to explode a hammer by smashing another hammer into it. It should be the least of your concerns in this world. Well, I don't know about that, cnotbusch. You don't know what kind of force I have behind my hammer swing. Wait a minute. Isn't there a 0.000001 chance that something bad might happen if I do this? Yes, actually. Everything. There's actually a very high chance that when you wake up, you're not going to make it to the end of the day. Every single day. The odds are stacked against you, my friend. I'll be the next cult. I'll be the next Netflix cult documentary. The Cult of the Exploding Hammers. The crazy guy brainwashed and charmed everyone into swinging hammers together. Something everyone knows not to do. And they all perished. This is the top of the Humvee, Levita. Putting a lot of faith in the... You guys are making little metal tools, though. You're not forging suits of armor or anything. Going ding, 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 ding. You could technically use like a log as an anvil with a thick steel plate on the top of the log. It's all about having the weight of your striking surface. The heavier it is, the more effective it will be at being a striking surface. Jeez. It's like if the chances of perishing are not close to the chance of perishing when you every time you get into a car, I think you shouldn't worry about it, because everyone gets into cars all the time and we don't think about such things. Like literally every time we drive on the road, it's probably the most probability of something actually bad happening in today's day and age, like statistically. Yeah. Okay. Uplifting chat. No, I'm saying that as a good thing. To just like you do with driving a car, you just don't think about it and you don't worry about it. Do the same thing. Don't worry about using the side of a sledgehammer as an anvil to make a tiny sculpting tool. Just don't worry about it, all right? You'll be fine. Yeah, I think we'll just, what we'll do? We'll get rid of all cars and we'll just, those robots that are now walking around on two legs, we'll just like sit on their shoulders like a kid does, with their daddy. And then we'll just ride around on the shoulders of these two bipedal robots just running around everywhere. We just get to sit on their shoulders. Or get a piggyback ride, Daddy robot. Piggyback rides. That's the future I see. It's glorious. Don't forget your helmets. You are quite defiant. Living up to the name, huh? Alright, you know what? Yeah, don't use the side of a sledgehammer for an anvil. Just get a piece of railroad track. Just do that instead, chat. All right, this goes in the oven. Pretty good. I'll be right back. All right, we're gonna get back to work on the main character. Gonna sculpt in her like neck and torso area first. Let's see. Let me pull up my reference. Do kind of neck and ears and make the undershirt type of area. Let us begin. Right.
Noble ally, please accept these treasures as a gift for your unwavering service to the kingdom.
Hey, coffee, 31 months. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Hi. How you doing? Let's see here. 1 second. Okay. Get you your wisdom coffee. Did I already grab? No, I didn't. Okay. Love potion. What you build upon truth lasts. What you craft from vanity cracks before winter. What you build upon truth lasts. What you craft with vanity cracks before winter. Yes, indeed. Vanity. Meaningless. To make meaningless. Thanks, Robo. This brush. Oh, not good. Hey, Plericus. How you doing? Get the shapes of the neck looking good before we add any detail here. You destroyed the whole database, Blaricus? What are you doing over there? Oops. Hey, live and learn, right? Oops. Have you tried turning it off and then on? Hugo the Savior! Huzzah! Well, at least you still have your job, right? Or are they making you fix it and then they're like, let's make them fix it and then we get rid of this guy. He's a mistake maker. People can get so cutthroat and unforgiving sometimes, even though they themselves are just as human, just as flawed. They just like to pretend. You know, a lot of times humans like to look at the flaws of other humans that they don't have issues with and somehow feel better about themselves. I never mess up. Ah, that's what they always say. That's what they tell the pigs before the slaughter. Don't worry, don't worry. Just enter, go straight through the gate, No worries, no worries. All is good, all is good. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you'll be fine. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. Ah, yes. Today's kingdom word of the day is amatorculist. Amatorculist. Amatorculist, referring to an insignificant, petty, or pretend lover. Describes someone lacking romantic depth, skill, or seriousness. It is an obscure formal term sometimes used to describe a puppy love or unrequited weak admirer. Amatorculist. Amatorculist. Sounds really fancy for meaning something so demeaning. I do love puppies. That's right. I've been transformed back to the clay bender, not the air bender. Peppermint candies, huh?
The strength of the cnotbusch kingdom lies not in our walls,
Who goes
but
there?
in our people. March to war.
Maya. Maya. Hey, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Is it Maya or Maya? I'll probably ask you this like every single time. Hello, hello. Welcome in, travelers. How do you do? Maya. All right. Hey, come on in. How was your stream? What you been up to? We're sculpting a piece for Focus Entertainment for the launch of John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, new game that just came out. They commissioned me to sculpt a kind of a little character, a little project for their game. So here's the sketch. So you get an idea what we're going for here. Let's see. It is right there. There we go. That's the idea. It's kind of like one of the main characters named Astrid popping out of the top of a vehicle, shooting down at some zombies. Basically sums up the whole game. It's like a zombie killing waves of zombies, and you get to drive around in various vehicles and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I've been playing it myself. It's actually really fun. And yeah, so we got our final version here. We're working on her neckline right now. We got the gun in the oven, and here's like a piece of the door for the Humvee. And we got to actually have all the zombie parts all sculpted into. Oh, zombies. Zombie arms. So it's coming together. A whole pile of zombie arms here. That's what we got going on. No crimes are committed. He had heads in his oven. All right. She's got this kind of like virus, the zombie viruses inside the main characters. It kind of like has like veining coming up the neck. So that's what we're gonna do next. Make some really thin material here. Yeah, they're wearing like a special, like a tunic, special like chest, or kind of, yeah, it's kind of like a collar that inhibits the virus from spreading to their brains, basically. And so in the story, you have to defeat basically the source of the creature that's causing it to. It starts off, you're like a ragtag bunch of mercenaries that are delivering a explosive to some guy in some like big facility, like a mining town almost. And then you basically arrive and don't realize that it's like this like zombie infestation chaos is going on there. And the guy was ordering the explosives to defeat the creature that is causing it. But you end up using it. You end up using the explosive to fend off one of the larger creatures. And so the guy basically tasks you with getting a different one in the zombie wasteland and helping him try to he's like a scientist guy trying to eliminate the source. That's the basic plot. And the way it plays is very much like how Left 4 Dead played, where you have this storyline, but you're playing these like sections of the story. You're trying to kind of survive the world and waves of zombies and get to certain checkpoints and do certain things. Yeah, you get your whole team kind of, you basically get your butts kicked at the beginning, and only way you get out is by using that explosive that you're supposed to be delivering. But yeah, everyone got infected on the team, so thankfully the crazy scientist guy finds you and rescues you from your doom. Yeah, right. And now, of course, he gives you a hard time for using the explosives that he commissioned you to be delivering to him. All right. Should be plenty of veining material. No, I'm not muted. Very quiet. Hey, Winter. Hey, welcome. Why is this guy inserting wire into the arms of his action figures? Oh, what kind of wings are they? Like feathered wings or? Thin clay. Right, yeah, but what's the end result supposed to be? Like metal, like airplane wings or feathered wings, insect wings, dragon wings, feathered or bat, butterfly or moth. Okay. All right. And are they like really textured and detailed or not as much texture and detail? Just like basic stuff like the lines and stuff. Right, okay. I mean, I'd probably make them out of something like even like cardstock could be used, or chipboard if you need to sculpt on top of it. I could see using something flat, that can take paint well, like cardstock, and then you basically attach an armature wire to it with epoxy clay at the base. Torn, thank you so much for the 30 months of support. I appreciate that. You want it to be sculpted out of clay? How big are they? Are they like larger wings, smaller? Like, you know, like 4-inch wings or like 1 inch? This is for you, Torn. 9-inch figure, so probably like a couple inches wingspan then, huh? Like 4 inches. Yes, I saw your response. I'll be getting you a reply to your reply very soon. I appreciate that. Some doors stay locked only because you never tried the key you already carry. Some doors stay locked only because you never tried the key you already carry. Yes. Realizing you have the key. That's the key. That's the key to the key. Oh. We were just playing Graveyard Keeper. Oh, Seika, you raided too. Say sorry about that. I'm very distracted today. Before you paint your figures in cosplay, do you varnish them before adding a primer? I'm gonna paint my first fig with acrylics and trying to plan stuff out. No, acrylics stick very well to cosplay. You do not need to prime or do anything. You can just paint it. The only thing I would say is if you handled the piece quite a bit in certain areas, just give it a wiping down with some alcohol and a rag, just to remove any like surface oils and stuff. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, you can just paint straight on the cosplay. You don't need to do anything special. You can if you want to. It's an unnecessary step, in my opinion. I might make an armature and drill the wings in after it's done. Yes, so if you want to sculpt, so my worry with you sculpting the wings flat out of cosplay is that they're not going to have any structure to hold themselves up. That they might hold themselves up like like this. This is actually pretty thick, so this would hold itself up, but it would need to be about this thickness. If you get thinner than this, it's gonna want to like something like this. It's gonna want to droop over time. It's just gonna go, So you need to insert some sort of an armature, some sort of rigid material that will. It doesn't even have to be much. It could just be that memory wire I showed earlier, like this stuff. Where maybe you take this and you put it. I don't know about aluminum. It might Foil, yeah, I don't know. I think that's not enough. Like 1 layer of foil. I think if you took some of this and you like maybe did a few strands going out into the wing of this stuff and then sculpted the wing right on top of that. So like you take your flat board here. This is probably what I would do actually. I would take my flat board here and I would essentially super glue wire down in the shape of the wing, basically. Not all the way to the edge, just a few pieces of wire, like going like this, you know, so it's kind of covers the whole thing. Super glue it down to the piece of wood. Then I'd take my flat piece of clay and go stick it on there, cut out the shape, texture, design, make it look all nice how you want to, and then bake it. Then take it out of the oven, remove it, flip it over, and sculpt the other side as thin as possible, you know. Cover up the wires, add your texture and your details, bake it again, and then you have a wing that is gonna have some structure to it. And you leave some wire at the base of the wings so that you can use those to kind of drill into the character to stick the wing actually into the character. And then you could paint the wing separate and the character separate, and then in the end you just kind of stick it in its position and then permanently glue it. So because remember, if you use super glue to hold the wires down, make sure you ventilate your kitchen, but super glue loses its strength when you bake it, so it's kind of a good thing in this case that you use it to hold the wire down, but then once you bake it, it should come right off once you use the blade to kind of remove it. So yeah, that's what I would do. Probably something like that. Something like that. Maybe.
Please accept these treasures as a gift for your unwavering service to the kingdom.
Goes there. Red Lynx, thank you for the 62 months, my friend. Oh, that one's empty. Hello. How are you? Trust is forged slowly, like a masterwork blade. Impatience only weakens the metal. Oh, yes. How easy it is to give your trust impatiently to those you shouldn't. Alright, I think we're ready to... I think we have to do the back of the neck, too. I think so. How long does it take? Well, it's different for every piece, of course. This one's a partial character, it's not a full character. We've been working on it. I think this is day 16. And we're pretty far along, I would say. Pretty far along. I would say maybe this one ends up being like 25 days or 30 days, somewhere like that. Yeah, sure. Thanks for watching. Ooh. If there was not people interested in watching the process, I wouldn't get jobs like this. It's the only reason this works. You know, doing jobs for companies and stuff. Made possible by viewers like you. That's right. Yeah, if people aren't interested in watching the process, then companies wouldn't be interested in commissioning me to make the work to get it in front of people. Oh, there's some thick neck veins. Yeah, it's like it's like it's not like normal neck veins. It's more like an infectious neck veining going on. She's really vascular. What can I say? Toxic neck veins. There we go. She works out pretty much. Steroids. Swole. Alright, now we just blend all these neck veins in. Well, she actually is. Yeah, she actually is. They're actually like a step away from becoming a zombie, but they're wearing a chest rig that stops the infection basically in its tracks. So their entire body is infected, but the brain is protected. So that's why in the game you actually get like kind of powers, zombie powers that you get to use alongside your guns. Zombie power. Hmm. Oh yeah. Bacon, pork wrapped pork. I'll pass. But I'm glad you enjoy it there. Oh, really? Well, that'll be cool. Well, hopefully. That'll hopefully be cool. All right. All blended. Now I just brush it down and it'll be looking pretty good. Use clay glue here. Hey, Anya. Awesome. Yes, get to it. Get to work. The work will not make itself. I appreciate you coming in and sharing that. Okay. All right. Well, hey, have a wonderful day. Get to work. I am going to get out of here, actually. We're going to bake that, lock it in. We'll continue down the clothing tomorrow. I'm going to get out of here, get some food in me. I got a one-on-one lesson to go to. And I'll be joining you guys this evening, 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll be working on the tower, the Gothic tower. So hopefully I see you then. If not, I'll be back on tomorrow and we'll continue progress on this piece. We're basically focusing now on the main character and getting her finished up. And then we'll just bring the whole piece together. So, yeah. Let's see. Alrighty, folks. It's time. Let's find someone to raid. Let's see here. I will drop you off with Mr. Miniature's Den. Yes, let's go check out some epic Miniature's Den painting, shall we? All right, there we go. Have a good one, everybody. Until next time. Bye-bye.